So you've probably done some kind of murder mystery type event or escape room or similar in your life, but they found a way to take it a step further, because with more and more remote businesses, it's really difficult to do something else. We've tried it in my own company and it kind of worked, but you can never get everyone there, and there's always challenges around travel and what people's abilities are, etc. So to try and find a way around that and meet in the middle, and to talk to us more about it, we have Emma. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Dan. Thanks for having me.
You're absolutely welcome. So why don't we kick off as we normally do? Quick introduction to yourself. Play Dead London.
Yeah, sure. So Play Dead London got established in 2018. We established because I was looking at making a charity fundraiser I'm a teacher myself, and to raise money for me to go to India to work with teachers in India. And sort of everyone was like, why don't you do like some kind of charity event, cabaret, something like that? And I was like, I've always wanted to do a murder mystery. So I grabbed some actors. I know some very, very talented actors. And I said, if I pay you nothing but beer, will you come and be an actor in my murder mystery? And they did. They were very, very lovely like that. And from then, it grew, and people kept saying, oh, I've got this charity event, or I've got this event I'd love you to do. So we started building and building. We then moved to sort of some public events, really specialising in immersive experiences, so trying to do them in places where the mysteries really kind of lend themselves to it. Then we were going to do one at the Morpeth Arms in Pimlico in April 2020, and then lockdown and the pandemic happened.
Of course.
Yes, so everyone was shut down, but I was doing a research project at the time and using Zoom. And the more I was doing my research project and getting put into all these breakout rooms, I was like, oh, I could probably use this technique with my own murder mysteries. So what I thought was, you know what I'll do? Let's just do some free charity events. So there was a couple of local charities that I was like, right, I will just put it online. People can just pay money to the charity rather than pay us. We'll just do a couple of free things. We raised in 2 months £1,800 for 5 different local charities. But what I was finding was that people were coming along to those events and then going, oh, I've got my corporate event I'd like to do. How much do you charge? And I was like, I don't know.
I hate that. As a freelancer, I feel your pain when they go, how much does this service cost?
And you're like, I don't really know. Yeah. So I sort of pulled a figure out of the air, which they seemed to like. And so what ended up happening was that the contacts we were making and the connections we were making through all our mysteries, we were building and building and building to get us corporate clients. And then the first Christmas of lockdown, we ended up being incredibly busy. So much so that come January that following year, I had to then do a massive drive to get more actors involved.
Oh, wow.
Which was brilliant. We also connected with some amazing local event companies and like global event companies who would literally contact us going, we see what you're doing. We really want to come and support you. We've got clients who are asking for us to have events like yours. So can we use your company? And I was like, brilliant, let's do it. So, and now we are in a position where we are doing in person, we're doing hybrid, and we're doing online events.
Amazing. So before we come back, I want to come back to the sort of online hybrid event thing in a minute, because for me, I'm a nerd, I find that stuff exciting. The thing that I just thought from a marketing perspective I found really interesting, even though it wasn't intended to be marketing, I feel like there's a lesson to be learned from the fact that you started out working with charities, that without being cynical at all, because this feels like a horribly cynical thing to do, like you're using a charity to propel yourself upwards.
Yeah, it could be cynical.
But you're not. What you're doing is, it feels like it could be a very good hook for a lot of businesses, is that if you offer your services to charities so that they can make money, it's the kind of thing that you'll do that will hopefully attract other people to want to engage with your business for money. And it seems like that is exactly what happened here.
It really did. And I never set out to go, I'm going to do this for charity and that's going to get me lots of paid work. That was never the intention, but it ended up becoming that way inclined with our marketing. And I think what's so lovely about it as well was I was very open with the charities, or actually some of them I had messaged once. We were like, you know what, this is a charity that I'd love to support. And we contacted them to say, we will try and raise you some money, because I almost felt at that time I didn't want to charge people money because I didn't know what the event was going to be like. I knew we had a great product, but it just took the pressure off of me as well. And I think at the beginning of lockdown, everyone was going through so many emotions as well. And I think I just felt like, actually, you know what, if anything comes out of this that's positive, fantastic.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where it all started.
Going back to the hybrid thing then, what kind of reactions have you had to that? How does
Yeah.
it really work? Because one thing that interests me, just note to the boss, I'd quite like to do this. Just you heard that here. But yeah, so because obviously people are used to doing the murder mystery Cluedo style, or should I say Clue style if you've seen the film.
Yeah.
You turn up to a venue and it all happens. How do you make it work with people who are also on Zoom so they actually feel part of it?
Yeah, so the way we do our hybrids is that we still use Zoom even with hybrid events. And what we do is there might be, say, a group of 10 people that are all in the office. They all come together on one big screen and they're working as a team there. And then everyone else who are the hybrids, who are dialing in from wherever, they come on as separate devices, and then we just use breakout rooms to manipulate who works with who.
I've worked out what this is. And this will only matter to people of a certain generation. This is just treasure hunt.
Oh, 100%. So we've actually done a couple, I kid you not, we have also launched a couple which we're going to develop hopefully to go to Edinburgh actually, because I think it might work quite well at the Fringe. It's Choose Your Own Dead Ventures. So the idea is, this ended up being a hybrid as well. So the audience were in a theatre, we had Zoom running, we also had some other people who was logging in from home, and then we had an actor on a screen running around a field, and they would bump into suspects, and then it literally was like, do you want us to go to the tree or the bridge? And it was literally like those old games where you could, like on the books, where you could like go turn to page 6 if you want to go to the tree, turn to page 24.
Oh, I had so many of those growing up. I was obsessed with like fighting fantasy.
Yeah, so then all the actors would end up in the theatre by the end, and then it would all get announced. So we've tried to sort of change different ways of doing things as well, and it takes forever to organise. The people that write those books, I have so much admiration for them, because it's so complicated, but brilliant.
Amazing. So obviously Inside Marketing is a marketing channel. The way you were saying things, it sounds like you basically didn't need to market the product at all at the beginning, that people just came to you because they saw it. So, which leads to the almost potentially controversial question, why are you here with this?
Yeah, why am I not in my yacht somewhere? And I think, at the very, very beginning, we definitely saw a real... People like really wanted online events. There was quite a lot of events companies as well around that were doing very similar things. So people would like jump between different events and things. We've definitely found now that we are having to get our name out there a little bit more, just because we're still a little company. We're still tiny in the grand scheme of things, and all our marketing and word of mouth, I think, will only get you so far, and you need to also put yourself out there. And we've had like the best time today. And what was lovely, actually, and this kind of shows how marketing does work in terms of this whole word of mouth, is that there's a guy who is on one of the other stands who came and did like a double take with us, and he was like, "Oh, it's you guys." And then I was like, "Oh, hi." And he was like, "Yeah, I'm this guy." And I was like, "I remember you from our very first online mystery." And him and his wife came to every single mystery that we did. And then we also did a daughter's birthday party for him online as a murder mystery. And now he's saying, "Oh, I would love to work with you on something else." So it's just business to business as well. It's just supporting each other. But I think the marketing, it's still a process. You've got to keep working at it. You can't just sit back.
So of all the strategies you've employed here today in the booth, what do you think has been the thing that's really most excited people?
I think the setup, we are quite an alternative setup to a lot of the other stands.
Do you know what? I'm going to run around the camera. Just stay there.
Okay, I'll give you
this
a
is
tour.
all on film.
Yeah,
but
I'll give you a tour.
So that for context for all you viewers,
we have a dead body on the floor.
There you go.
Which Rory very much modelled for us. And I think that's...
where's the model?
Oh, Rory's there. Rory's the model from the floor.
There's can we...
Available for weddings, birthdays, bar mitzvah, as an outline of a dead guy.
Excellent. Well, I'll take in details for later. So hopefully you fit in that space. Anyway, let's try and frame that back up.
Yeah. So I think we've found today amazing, because we've been able to really connect and talk to people. And a lot of people have said, "Oh, we tried something else. We've never done a murder mystery before, or we've never tried this style before." And we've been like, "Great, well, we can help." And that's been great. So just talking to people has been brilliant.
Well, talking to people. It has been fantastic talking with you. It's been an amazing story. I wish you all the best of luck with it. And yeah, I'm sure I'll catch you at another event soon. If people want to know more about Play Dead London,
yes, please go on www.playdeadlondon.co.uk, and we are on all the socials as Play Dead London.
perfect. If you give them to me after this, I'll make sure we put them in the description down there.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, you guys, for watching. As always, like, subscribe. You know the drill by now. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.